Hello and welcome to the Merle Unlocked podcast. I'm Merle.
And I'm Lack.
Set sail and low expectations for everything nerd, accompanied by a healthy, albeit shameful, helping to pointless banter, lack of focus, and questionably acquired knowledge.
And more.
And more.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Thanks. Okay, so admittedly, I messed that up the first time. You know, we've been doing this for how long now? And I'm still getting tongue-tied. I'm a little sleepy, okay? It's been a long week. I'm a little sleepy.
Excuses.
My bad, okay?
That's why you gotta prepare with the energy drink beforehand.
I know. I didn't have any energy drinks. I tried doing, double coffees, but it's just not doing the trick. Golly. All right. So for today, we were going to talk about this last week, but we kind of ran out of time because we got so into Panic Core.
More than we thought we would.
Yeah, way more than we thought we would. So we wanted to go backtrack a little bit and talk about another game that we had played called Backrooms Escape Together. And it's developed and published by Triodide Studios. You go through the Backrooms. It's like this endless subliminal space. I can't explain it exactly. I don't know how to, because I'm not entirely certain as to what the actual definition of the Backrooms are. It's very trippy. If you don't know, look into it. There's lots of games at this point that go into the Backrooms, and it's like this whole horror genre that they have, where people you get lost in these Backrooms and you're being hunted by monsters. But in this Backrooms Escape Together specifically, that we just checked out, I know that this game did come out in 2022 originally. We're a little bit behind. Well, not really, because it's been like over time, the developers have been pushing out more levels, which they're just now coming out with another one as we're talking about this. I don't know exactly. It's in beta now, I think, or it's going to be. I think it got delayed.
No, it says beta out now, and that was as of October 29th. So it was fairly recently.
So you could have up to 6 people play this game, where you go through these different levels where you have an objective of some kind in which to help you escape. All the while, you're being hunted by different monster of some kind. There's different mechanics that you have to follow for the monster itself and for the level as well. Sometimes the level has certain mechanics that you have to try and adapt to. And we played it through once, and we had an absolute ball. How many levels was it? I think it's 7 levels.
7 levels, yep.
I don't want to give spoilers as to what you'll face up against in each level, but we went into it thinking it was going to be similar to this game that we had played called, or what was it called?
Escape the Backrooms?
Escape the Backrooms. It might have been that, yeah. Something like that, where it was like multiplayer and you had to solve all these puzzles and you're being hunted by monsters. But in that...
Oh, sorry. It was called The Escape Together.
Just another variation of the Backrooms games. But the one we played before, we ended up not finishing it because we got decimated by all these monsters that were spawning in, and we were just getting constantly hounded, and we were having trouble progressing because we kept dying. But in this Backrooms Escape Together, it's a little bit more chill. There's only like one monster you have to deal with for the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
We got some good scares on that one. It was pretty funny. One of the monsters that we faced up with that I thought of fondly. A lot of games are using this mechanic where the monster can hear your in-game chat.
And I love it.
I love those monster mechanics. It makes it a lot more fun. We experienced that with Panic Core as well. And that level that we were doing with that monster that could hear us talking, we did so poorly the first few runs because we couldn't help ourselves when it came to just poking fun at each other and like giving this monster crap. I remember one moment in particular. We were trying to like turn these valves or something, right? And myself, you, Luck, and our other buddy that was playing with us, we all grouped up in this hallway. We were kind of discussing on what we have done, what we need to do yet. Then the monster comes running down the hallway, And we all try to get like real quiet, real quick. The monster goes straight for you, I think, and it kills you. I used the little pointing emote and I'm like, ha ha. Do it for the memes, right?
Right. I mean, might as well. You already know you're going to die anyway.
Yeah. So I did that when it killed you. And then the monster killed our buddy first. And then it started walking away. I was like, I'm not going to try to do this level by myself. I'll just start us over again. So I started running at the monster, yelling, "Witness me." And then I got murked by it myself. We all got a good laugh out of that. I thought that was hilarious. I want to hear one of your favorite moments from when we were doing the playthrough.
One of my favorite moments, and I hate it. I hated it the moment that it happened, but it did make me laugh a good bit. And fuck you for doing it. So, you two had already died. I don't know at what point you had died. I know the point that our buddy died, and he died like as soon as we got into the room with the thing, because he and I were just kind of messing around with it, making noises, being dicks to one another.
Right.
And it got him. So I wandered on and off after he died. And I don't know what point you died, which left me to eventually having to kind of learn what's going on, because I had no idea what the premise was. What am I looking for? Like, I knew that we had to turn the valves, but I didn't know what happened afterwards. Then you were like trying to tell me like what the numbers were, and I don't think you actually knew what the numbers were.
No, I was just yelling random numbers at you.
Yeah, of course you were.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm trying to sneak through this entire map being as stealthy as possible. I'm super immersed in the game, and of course you guys are quiet in Discord because we mute ourselves. We like to be in-game chat for some things like that so that we're not echoing all over the place. Then you popped into Discord, unmuted yourself, and go boo, and had me circle my mouse around. And I was like, you son of a bitch. Like, I was too focused.
Yeah, it was pretty funny because, you were it was quiet for the longest time as you were trying to figure this out. And yeah, we were dead, so we were just sitting there bored. But you were streaming we were able to do a death cam and just see from your perspective or something.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you were dead silent the whole time.
Absolutely, because you gotta be.
And yeah, I just jumped on the opportunity to see if I could spook you. And I didn't realize that I had spooked you until afterwards when you gave me a talking to.
I mean, like, you didn't see my movement. Like, I don't remember.
No, I wasn't paying attention to the movement because I was looking at Discord and I wasn't looking at your screen.
No, like I did a whole like circular motion. So like if you were watching my screen, you would have just seen me go a quick spin from floor to ceiling to floor again. And I stared at the floor for a while as I recovered.
That was great. There's so many jump scares too. I'm trying to think of the point where I got the most scared.
I feel like the running while we were trying to quick run through the hallway, that we were pretty petrified the whole time. There was just at a point where the enemy was just chasing us down and all we had to do was hit W and just keep going.
You had to dodge out of the way of things, try to make your way through these cramped hallways.
Yep, very tight hallways.
While something was chasing you, and oh my gosh, butthole puckered the entire time. That was pretty rough. I thought that was so funny. The first time we ran through it, I died right away because our buddy took the lead and he kept jumping on things and getting stuck. There's not enough room for you to get around each other. So whoever's out in front better not hit anything or he's going to screw the people in the back. And of course, I got screwed.
I made a wrong turn at Albuquerque and was stuck, reached a dead end. And I was like, well, I'm going to die. This is it for me.
I do remember one part where we made the wrong turn And then I guess it was you where it like murked you. And in the middle of its animation with it killing you
Try to
off,
sneak around it.
yeah, I snuck around and started running.
I know I did that a few times when our buddy got off too. I quick like dodged around it, and then I'd get picked off like almost immediately, leaving you some more headway to get away from it.
That was a pretty rough level, and yeah, it had me like unable to breathe the entire time because I was so tense trying to do that level.
I can only imagine what the neighbors thought.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, like the biggest jump scare I got was from this level where it's complete darkness. You have to kind of scan your surroundings to be able to see where you're going. And you'll see like little pixels pop up after your scan. And it'll start like highlighting the walls and the floor and whatnot. And there's pitfalls and stuff for you to avoid. But there's only so much memory that you can contain. If you scan too much and too many pixels are revealed, then it'll do a reset. And the reset is like this loud noise. This image pops up and it's very sudden and it just scares the crap out of you. Like it got me so good. Like I know it's coming.
Yeah.
But I'm never quite certain as to when. And it got me almost every time.
Yep. I overloaded so many times and I would still just tense up and I'm like, God, what's going on? The first time it happened, I was like, I'm dead. This is it. It's all over. I came back and I was like, wait, what happened? And you're like, did you click too much? Yeah, you reset. And I was like, how did you already figure that out?
Yeah. I think the most unsettled I was just during the first level. Just the amount of space there was.
No, yeah, it was like a big, giant, open office space.
And within that space, there was a monster lurking around.
And it made some unsettling noises itself.
Yeah, and sometimes you wouldn't even hear it coming, but then you would just know, like it would give you the cue that it saw you. And then you would have to run and try to find a hiding place. And that was pretty rough.
I think that was the one level, at least one of the two levels where you faced up against more than one monster.
That's true.
You got to see the other one grinning in the darkness.
Yeah, I don't exactly know the mechanics of that one.
I have no idea either. I didn't want to find out.
It was kind of like the cat from Alice in Wonderland type thing.
Yeah, Cheshire Cat.
Yeah, where it's just like smiling in the darkness. All you see is a floating smile. And it's like, oh, God. Yeah, because at certain points during that level, the first level, like the lights would just shut off. And then you'd just be kind of lurking about, trying to find your way out. And then you would just see this smiling face in the distance. And I would always just go the opposite direction, because I didn't want to find out what the heck that thing was or what it did to you. It was just really freaky.
I love how we were like, oh, yeah, we'll just step away from that. And then all of a sudden there comes a second one. And then a third one. And it just kind of backs you into a corner at one point. And then it disappears. And you're like, oh, thank God. Whew. That was a close one.
It was such a fun game. Like a great romp. It was very cheap, too. Very cheap game. We got it on sale for like what?
$4?
$3-4? Yeah, something like that. And we got a good, I feel like almost 3 hours or something out of it, the full playthrough. That was great fun. And I really want to play again, like on the harder difficulties and see how much more difficult it can be.
I'm going to die. You're going to put me in a mental ward. I'm going to be in a soft padded room, hugging myself after going through purgatory level.
Man, it'll be good fun. You'll
Jeez,
love
it's like
it.
nightmare mode. No.
You'll love it.
I mean, I'm going to do it anyway, but I'm going to hate it.
Yeah. No, I understand that.
This is the kind of torture that we allow for ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the amount of people that we've asked about like joining us for these little ventures, there's not many. There's not many people that are willing to play these games.
And I don't
with
know
us.
why. It's like something to do with scary games being scary.
Yeah.
It's weird.
But it's a game. It's thrilling, you know. It's good fun. Seeing each other get scared. I mean, why wouldn't you want to participate? Like, okay, so they made the admission. One of our buddies, I was pitching it to him, telling them that we were playing this game. He looks it up and he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Not putting myself through that." And I was like, come on. And he jumped into the Discord. And one of us started streaming for him so he could watch. I remember later on, I was asking him, I was like, are you sure you don't want to join us for this? And he's like, I'm absolutely sure that I don't want to join you for that, but it's a lot of fun to watch. So
Yeah.
he enjoyed the aspect of watching us be horrified and jump in and getting freaked out and running away from monsters and stuff, but he didn't want to participate.
No. He's a party pooper.
He's like, no, I'm not about that life. And I'm like, very well, to each their own, I suppose.
That's all right. We'll endure. We'll keep it up, I guess.
Bro.
Thank you for joining us on the Merle and Locke podcast. If you enjoyed this banter, please consider becoming a patron by going to patreon.com/Merle and Locke, or simply follow the link in the description. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the Merle and Locke podcast. I'm Merle.
And I'm Locke.
Set sail and low expectations for everything nerd. Accompanied by healthy, albeit
And blah, blah, blah.
God. All right, let's try that again. Jesus.
No, I thought we were
I need
just
to wake up.
with it.
I need to wake up. Oh, God. Okay. All right.